What's going on, guys? BSG T2 TrekFan88 here. I'm going to look over here every now and then, make sure I'm still in frame and all that jazz. I wanted to make this quick video. I am a Star Trek fan. I've been a Star Trek fan ever since I can remember. I'm not going to say I was born that way, but I think a couple years before high school, so like 5th grade or 4th grade, right around when I really started to focus on the space race and the Apollo missions in school, whatever year that was, whatever grade that was. I really think it was 5th grade. I got into Star Trek. For instance, Battlestar Galactica, I would have to say, is my favorite science fiction series. You know, Babylon 5, Farscape, Stargate. But if, I had to pick one end-all be-all, probably would be Star Trek Deep Space Nine. But that's neither here nor there. Television shows have been around since the dawn of television, obviously, and having a fan base has been around since then as well. And if there's one group of fans that kind of started it all when it came to doing conventions, fan films, fan fiction, you could say anime, you could say certain films, but Star Trek fans have always been, very humble, very honest. I'm not saying everybody is the same. There's some fans out there for every genre that just go a little too far, but you know what? That's good for them. I'm not bashing them at all. But Star Trek fans, I think, are some of, if anything, they're like the prime example of, started to do and go ahead and say, hey, let's have a meetup. Let's talk about what we love. I'm not saying they're the only fan group out there, but I think it's easy to argue that they're one of the first, if not one of the first, large fan groups. In fact, the first convention was mainly fan driven. But anyway, well, the other day, CBS, again, the people that own Star Trek, released this on the official website, their own website, etc., and it's a set of guidelines. So I'm going to read for you the opening letter. I'm going to link this below if you want to skip ahead. I'll mark in the video where I stop reading this and start going over the rules. Dear Star Trek fans, Star Trek fandom is like no other. Your support, enthusiasm, and passion are the reasons that Star Trek has flourished for 5 decades and will continue long into the future. You are the reason why the original Star Trek series was rescued, which was rescued and renewed in 1968, and the reason it has endured an iconic and multi-generational phenomenon that has spawned 7 television series and 13 films. Throughout the years, many of you have expressed your love for the franchise through creative endeavors such as fan films. So, today, we want to show our appreciation by bringing fan films back to their roots. Okay. The heart of these fan films has always been about expressing one's love and passion for Star Trek. They have been about fan creativity and sharing unique stories with other fans to show admiration for the TV shows and movies. These films are a labor of love for any Star Trek fan with a desire, imagination, and a camera, which nowadays is pretty easy to find. We want to support this innovation and encourage celebrations of this beloved cultural phenomenon. It is with this perspective in mind that we are introducing a set of guidelines at Star Trek fan films. Thank you for your ongoing steadfast enthusiasm and support which ensures that Star Trek will continue to inspire generations to come. CBS and Paramount Pictures. Go fuck yourself. Are you ready? Ready? Okay. So I'm going to click Star Trek fan films. CBS and Paramount Pictures are big believers in reasonable fan fiction and fan creativity, and in particular want amateur fan filmmakers to showcase their passions for Star Trek. Therefore, CBS and Paramount Pictures will not object to or take legal action against Star Trek fan productions that are non-professional and amateur and meet the following guidelines. Where do you draw the line between non-professional and amateur and being professional? What the fuck? Whatever. Okay, so ready for the rules? Here, hold on. Let's see. What are these new rules for Star Trek fans? The fan production must be less than 15 minutes for a single self-contained story, or no more than 2 segments, episodes, or parts. Not exceed 30 minutes in total, with no additional seasons, episodes, parts, sequels, or remakes. So you're limiting anybody who wants to make a fan film or production to 30 minutes and you can't extend it. Meaning if I want to make a production that's an hour long or an hour and a half, an actual fan film, I'm not allowed to do that. The whole fucking story has to be wrapped up in 30 minutes with no possibility of continuing or no possibility of expanding the story. So you're limiting me to less than a normal television episode, which here in the United States and most countries that make TV shows are 44, 45, 48 minutes with commercial breaks. So you're limiting me to less than that. You're basically limiting me, if you think about opening credits and closing credits, to a half-hour television show. Okay, fuck you. Next. The title of the fan production or any parts cannot include the name Star Trek. However, the title must contain a subtitle with the phrase, "A Star Trek fan production," in plain typeface. The fan production cannot use the term official in either its title or subtitle or in any marketing, promotions, or social media for fan productions. Fuck you. Next, the content in the fan production must be original, not reproductions, recreations, or clips from any Star Trek production. If non-Star Trek third-party content is used, all necessary permissions for any third-party content should be obtained in writing. Okay, so how do you explain Star Trek Into Darkness to me, where it's basically a copycat of Star Trek The Wrath of Khan? Just wondering there. Oh, wait, that's right. Fuck you. Next. If the fan production uses commercially available Star Trek uniforms, accessories, toys, props, these items must be official merchandise and not bootleg items or imitations such as commercially available products. So if I have a 3D printer and I 3D print a comm badge for my Star Trek uniform that I bought, I can't use that. I can't use anything that's a reproduction that I make, that I spend time and money on, just like somebody who's cosplaying at a convention or like PAX East. Okay. So basically how I read that is you want me to spend the money that you want me to spend money that you get to make my fan film. I can't make something myself. Okay. Fuck you. Next. The fan production must be a real fan production. I'm literally reading this word for word. Fan in quotations production, i.e., and this is a shit one, creators, actors, and all other participants must be amateurs, cannot be compensated for their services, and cannot be currently or previously employed on any Star Trek series, films, production of the DVDs, or with any of CBS or Paramount Pictures licenses. So this is what I was bringing up earlier. Oh, by the way, fuck you. If an actor, which a lot of Star Trek actors, whether they're well known, whether they did one episode, or people like Tim Russ, or I can't think of his name because I'm so enraged right now. Okay, so basically, if a Star Trek actor is in communication with fans and they're like, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to play my character I was playing on Star Trek, but I'll guest star as like a random person. I'll donate my time, and whatever. I want to be part of the fan community, and that's what a lot of Star Trek actors and actresses do. Tim Russ, even Leonard Nimoy. I'm not going to list all the names here, but so you're telling me that because they starred in it, you're literally telling them, and I get the bit about getting paid. Okay, fine, but you're telling me that they can't donate their fucking time. They can't go on there on a vacation or on a trip and just say, yeah, I'm here for a week. Let's film some stuff. Fuck you. Fuck you. Also, the fan production must be a real fan production, i.e. creators, actors, and other participants must be amateurs. Again, where do you draw the fucking line between I'm a professional versus I'm an amateur? Fuck you, you money-grubbing pieces of shit. Next rule. The fan production must be non-commercial. CBS and Paramount Pictures do not object to limited fundraising for the creation of a fan production, whether one or two segments, and inconsistent with these guidelines, so as long as the total amount does not exceed $50,000. So you're telling me that if I have a fan GoFundMe account or whatever, and I say, hey, listen, same thing. Like if I say I want to fly my drone, but I need money to get to California. If you guys want to donate, let me know. If I get more than $50,000, I'm not allowed to use it when it was donated to me. These people who put their heart and soul into fan films can't use funds that are given to them by the public, by the fans. Fuck you. Fuck you, CBS and Paramount. Next. The fan production must only be exhibited or distributed on a no-charge basis and or shared via streaming services without generating revenue. So, if they're following all of these rules, you can't donate and receive more than $50,000. I have to use amateurs. I can't have it more than 30 minutes long. I can't have actual actors that want to donate their time generously like they do right now. Now you're going to tell me that I can't even make a fucking profit on this if people want to pay for it? Even if I gave people the option, if the rules were, hey, you have to offer a free versus paid, and if people want to pay, they can. Cool. No, you're telling me that the people who make these fan films can't simply say, hey, you know what? I appreciate what you did. I donated when I donated, but you know what? I'm willing to pay you $20 for the movie because I think it's going to be that good. Now you're putting restrictions on the fact that they can't make a profit after following all of these rules and literally being stripped of everything possibly fun. Go fuck yourself. Next. God damn, I'm getting so infuriated reading these again. I read these when I was waiting for Independence Day the other day, by the way, and I didn't even want to watch the movie. I want to go home and make this video. I lost my place here. The fan production cannot be distributed in a physical format such as DVD or Blu-ray. All right, fuck off. I'm going to put it on VHS. Fuck you. Next. The fan production cannot be used to derive advertising revenue, including, but not limited to, through, for example, the use of pre- or post-roll advertisings, click-through advertising banners that is associated with the fan production, i.e., like what happens with some of my videos, if I have it monetized, there'll be an ad right before the video, or in the middle of the video, or at the very end that you could potentially click an ad on. So even though, again, following the rules, now you're saying I can't make money when I put the video on YouTube or Reddit or something like that. Or they can't, I should say, because I'm not making a fan film. They are. Okay. Fuck you. Next. The fan production cannot be used to derive advertising... Oh, sorry, I reread that one. No unlicensed Star Trek related or fan production related merchandise or services can be offered for sale or given away as premiums, perks, or rewards in connection with the fan production. So at the end of the day, if you follow all of these fucking rules that CBS has put in place, all of them, which again, you're literally scraping the bottle of the barrel to get this made. Now you're telling me that I can't say, hey, listen, if you want to donate up to the $50,000 mark, because God forbid I'm allowed to get donated more than that, you fucking cunt rags. Sorry for the language. I'm really pissed right now. You're telling me that I can't offer perks saying, hey, you want to donate $1? That's fine. I want to take your donation and use it well. You want to donate 50 cents? Awesome. But if you donate $5, I'll give you these batteries that will be used in one of the cameras we film, just to say you have something as part of the production. Nope, can't do it. Fuck you. Next. The fan production cannot derive revenue by selling or licensing fan-created production sets, props, or costumes. So at the end of the day, again, you follow all the rules, and we used this. We used this bottle of Canada Dry Ginger Ale. We painted it, and we used it as part of the props, part of the set, and it's now back at its original form. I can't do anything with it. I'm going to donate it, or I'm going to sell it for whatever, 50 cents. Whatever. Nope, can't do it. Because CBS isn't making money off of it. Fuck you. Next. The fan production must be family-friendly and suitable for public presentation. Videos must not include profanity, nudity, obscenity, pornography, depiction of drugs, alcohol, tobacco, or any harmful or illegal activity or any material that is offensive, fraudulent, defamatory, disparaging, sexually explicit, threatening, hateful, or any other inappropriate content. The content of the fan production cannot violate any individual's rights of privacy. So forget that last part, any individual's rights of privacy. All that fucking bullshit that I just read that is not allowed in a fan film is in the motherfucking trailer for their latest movie. Minus maybe the drugs and alcohol. But you bet your ass there's episodes of Star Trek that CBS owns that contains everything we just said. The movie Star Trek First Contact. Deanna Troi gets drunk meeting Zephyr Cochrane. Lieutenant Commander Data has sex with the Borg Queen. Or it's insinuated that they do. They don't actually show up, but you get the idea. Fuck you, CBS. Next. The fan production must display the following disclaimer in the on-screen credits of the fan productions and on any marketing material, including the production website or page hosting the fan production. Star Trek and all related marks, logos, and characters are solely owned by CBS Studios, Inc. This fan production is not endorsed by, sponsored by, nor affiliated with CBS, Paramount Pictures, or any other Star Trek franchise that is non-commercial fan-made film intended for recreational use. No commercial exhibition or distribution is permitted. No alleged independent rights will be asserted against CBS and Paramount Pictures. Fuck you. Next. Creators of fan productions must not seek to register their works nor any element of the works under copyright or trademark law. So after everything is said and done, and I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, and I can't get more than $50,000, and I can't have professional actors, blah, 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 blah. Now I can't copyright my own work? Fuck you. Next. Fan productions cannot create or imply any association or endorsement by CBS or Paramount Pictures. No fucking shit. Because after all the bullshit that I just read, do you think CBS or Paramount assisted in any means possible? No. Fuck you, CBS, and fuck you, Paramount. I'm not even making a fan film. I'm just a fan of Star Trek and what it means for television, science fiction, and the culture of cinema and film and television shows for what it is. And after reading all these rules, I'm sorry, but I just can't even... You can't make a film. You cannot make a production with those restrictions. So from reading this, you're telling me, unless I'm making money off of it, or unless you're not copying me at all, you can't do anything. Fuck you. Seriously, read these rules for yourself, people. This is fucking ridiculous. This is basically the end of Star Trek's fan basis as we know it, for people who want to make fan films and fan work. How? No other fan film franchise or television franchise has anything close to these restrictions. And before you criticize me here, before we get any longer in this video, yes, I get it. Star Trek and the universe is owned, and all the affiliated stuff is owned by CBS. I get it. I understand that. But there's a line between what you have created, the universe that it's set in, and a fan production. These rules that you have put in place now are a big fuck you to the most diehard Star Trek fans that you bet your ass you've made money off of over the years. This is literally the most money-grubbing thing I've seen in a long time. Fuck you. And if anybody has any inkling of standing up for this, let me know. I'll be happy to sign and donate for the possibility of getting these rules changed. I don't mind rules in place. I don't mind restrictions. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm reading these rules to you. I was reading these rules in the theater the other day because I got the email, and nope. I am not paying to see. First of all, you make all these rules. Star Trek Axanar, the 20-minute or 30-minute video that came out a few months ago that has over 2.5 million views, the production value, the writing, the acting, the story is 15,000 times better than Star Trek Into Darkness, what I'm sure is going to be this Star Trek Beyond movie. Better than the last Star Trek film, or the last 3 Star Trek films is what I'm getting at. Fuck you. From the bottom of my heart, and this is me speaking, if I could set your fucking headquarters on fire, I probably would. Fucking shitheads. Fucking shitbags. Whatever, I'm done. Look at the link below for Star Trek Axanar. Support it, donate. Look at the link below as well for the rules and regulations. Have a good night. I'll say it one more time. Paramount and CBS, go fuck yourself. Shitheads. Sorry, I stopped the recording and I thought about what I wanted to say for the final. You know, that stuff that I read earlier about how they cherish the fans and they appreciate the respect that the fans have for Star Trek and all related works and how they want to allow things to... That entire shit that I read on the main page before I clicked on the new rules, so full of shit. It's so full of shit. Like, I can't even begin to talk about how annoyed I am at these rules and how angry it makes me feel that a company like CBS and Paramount, regarding a franchise as well known and established as Star Trek, is now being regulated like this. Like, and there's a couple sides to the argument about how Axanar and the production company didn't do a couple things right, etc. But at the end of the day, Star Trek fan films have been around since the debut of the series, whether or not they were put on YouTube or screened for 3 people in someone's backyard back in the day on a projector, before the days of the internet. And has CBS lost money? Have they lost a fan base? No. No. Fan films do nothing to CBS and Paramount other than get the name out there, other than make people want to watch Star Trek, to buy Star Trek products. So full of shit. Fuck you. Anyway, later.